There I was, one sunny morning, excitedly buying my tickets for Foodieland and unsuspecting that I would need a clear bag. I checked my pants frantically. No pockets. I checked the clock next. I had 24 hours. Lucky enough for me, I do have this like clear plastic PVA sort of film that I use to make a luggage tag. So I've literally only used a tiny bit of it, and I have the rest of this roll. And I've actually been needing an excuse to make a stadium bag. So here we are. And let me know if you have any other ideas like of what I could make out of this, because I got nothing. So I started off by making a crescent shape that had a 6-inch radius, because on the guidelines it said the max width the bag could be was a foot. I actually was inspired by Uni for this design, who based her stadium bag off of an old Coach bag. I'm realizing now that the crescent shape I used and the shape of the old Coach bag are extremely different, but that just means I'm a free thinker, I think.
This is a bit hard to see. You might be like, oh, I can't see that on camera. Don't worry, I can't see it in real life either.
So I just cut out the crescent shape wall folded in half, and then cut out another one of the same size to be the body of the bag. If you can hear me breathing heavily in the background of any of these clips, it's because I was slightly sick, okay? I don't normally breathe like that, I swear. 2 identical pieces. I'll show you a different background in a minute, but now I'm just gonna measure the circumference of this as best as I can. 22. And I'm probably gonna want double that because I want to make it a shoulder bag. So I just wanted to go all the way around like that. So let's see, 22 plus 21. Yeah, I'm just gonna double it. And that's gonna be the strap and the body of the bag. So let me just... Here I am folding my 44-inch piece in quarters, so it's just easier to cut in one go. And then here's me marking 2 inches in width across the whole thing, because that's how thick I wanted my strap to be, and that's also how thick the bag is gonna be in width. The tension was already pretty good, but I'm making my stitches really wide so it doesn't just rip the plastic. And I'm just attaching this large strip to the crescent side. I already did it on one side. I'm trying to keep the stitches as close to the edge as possible. You see it skipped some here because the plastic just gets caught, like it gets stuck on the metal when it's going through, because it's grippy, and then then I have to like shove it through and then it skips. I don't know what to do about that, but it's not a big deal. It's still holding up. So I'm just gonna do the other side. I only did one side because I wanted to center it like exactly, and I didn't want to use pins just because I'm lazy, but also because like this fabric it can't like come back together. Like once you pin it, those holes are forever, you know what I mean? This is what it looks like one side done. Oh my god, it's so hard to capture this on camera because it's just clear. Okay, that's what it looks like. I'm not gonna flip it inside out. I'm just leaving it like this, and then I'm gonna encase the edges in bias tape. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. But for these crescent pieces, I'm just folding it in half to get the exact center and like pinching that. And then that exact center piece is just gonna line up with the seam, so it's gonna be very symmetrical because I did this on both sides. The nice but also not so nice thing about this fabric is that once you like place it doesn't really move. It kind of just gets stuck to itself, which is good and bad. There, I lined up the centers, and now I'm just gonna sew this side down again. So what I was trying to say is that I wanted the top of the strap to not have a seam, so using the long strip of fabric, I made the seam at the bottom of the bag and therefore had to align and center everything. I mean, it's like technically a bag now. I'm not planning on adding a zipper or anything because like that's too much work. Also, Yeah. I honestly feel like this is a good shoulder bag height. But yeah, it's technically a bag. It works. Hell yeah. Now I just want to make it look a little bit nicer. Not super nice, but a little bit nicer. I was considering buying bias tape, but then I was thinking that kind of defeats the whole purpose of me trying to make something instead of buy it. So let's make some bias tape out of this fabric I have. I've never actually made bias tape before, but I've watched a few tutorials. So I think that's basically the same thing. So I actually don't own any rulers. Apparently I've been looking for one for the past 5 minutes, but I don't have any. But I do have a James Charles Morphe palette. So this is at normal ways, and I'm using my eyeshadow palette to create a line diagonally. Wait, now with these two pieces, just boom. Like that. And so along this line. So to make a continuous strip of bias tape, I'm just going to, these are lined up now. I'm just going to offset it by 1, and then so that it's staggered like that. Okay, I'm not demonstrating it right, but you'll get it. Now we have this like infinity loop of fabric, and I'm just gonna cut along the red markings. Change of plans. This bias strip I made, way too skinny. So I'm just gonna use felt because I have a lot of it, and I have it in a wider range of like cute colors. So I'm gonna try to use as much green as I can, and then maybe pivot to like a contrasting color. And the felt actually looks cute as hell. Like, I did the first line already. I really like it. I think I like it more than this. It makes it almost look more like doll-like or plasticky or Polly Pocket-y. More kiddish, maybe? It goes with the aesthetic of a plastic bag. I can't really film when I'm sewing this because I'm using both hands, but I just did the top parts first, and now I'm gonna move on to the bottom, I think. I actually really enjoy using felt because it doesn't have any raw edges, so you don't have to like hem them or like fold them over or anything. It's just a raw edge. I just folded it in half and had to do nothing else. I had to kind of patchwork the top here, and now I'm gonna do the other side. Boom. It's actually looking quite cute. So this is what it looks like with all 4 sides done. I definitely don't have enough felt left in green to do the strap, so I think I might do a secondary color. I'm thinking pink, because I think pink and green go good together. Well, pink and green go well together. Anyway, it's really late, but I have to get this done if I want to wear it tomorrow. I have to get this done tonight if I want to wear it tomorrow, because I won't have time tomorrow to do it. I decided to do stripes, so it's gonna be like a section of green, a section of pink, a section of green, a section of pink. So I cut each strip into 2-inch pieces because the entire strap length is 22 inches, so, you know, multiples. So this is what one side looks like pinned down, so I'm just gonna try to sew it now. There's a little gap there. We'll deal with that later. This is one side done. This is gonna be really cute. It is now 12:20. I'm so tired, but I am almost done. It looks really cute. I like the stripes actually a lot. For these little gaps, I'm gonna break out the hot glue gun. I'm gonna do cherry blossoms. Ooh, shoot. I forgot my glue gun is really leaky. Oop. What side should be the front? I think this side. Okay, on the front, I'm gonna do some big cherry blossoms too. Boom, 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 boom. This is to tie the pink in, but also to make it a little bit less clear. Sakura, I ate. It looks really good. I ate. Yep, I ate. I freaking ate. And with that, it's time for the grand reveal.